Man, does this feel good, man. An early birthday present to me. Happy early birthday to me. What's going on, everybody? This is LC Muscles 20 here, back with a brand new victory lap here, ladies and gentlemen. The Steelers, we beat the refs and the Raiders today. We beat two opponents in one and moved to 2-1, even though, unfortunately, playing the refs doesn't count as a win. But we got the job done over the Raiders. 23, Raiders 7, refs 11. So, why I say that, I'll get to that in just a bit, but I will give a shout out though to Raider Nation, including Raider Ben. You guys have some loyal diehard fans in the fan base. I was there for Black Saturday last night, got to hang out with you guys, and it feels good though getting the win, man. I know we were definitely clowning around a little bit, and thank goodness I did not have to pay up a bet. But Raider Ben, I'm expecting 4 2-liter bottles of soda over the head. That's what I'm expecting from you, Benther. Just let me know when you got that video up, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to that. And unlike some of the other Steeler fans that were in your chat, which I was in both Max and Raider Ben's live streams, I was popping back and forth between there. I was actually on Black Saturday talking about my Steelers, how we were going to win. And we got the job done. At the end of the day, we got the job done. We're moving on to 2-1. Playing Houston next week in Houston on our second straight road game. But hey, it's great to get the dub against the Raiders, one of our biggest rivals. Man, I can't stand your team, but I will respect the fan base. I'll respect the fan base, but I just can't stand your fucking team. So, anyways, about this game, we got the Steelers getting a good win overall. Really not too much to complain about overall on the Steelers end. Realistically, there wasn't really too much to complain about, except the fact that we did let Davante Adams completely destroy our defense. He had an absolutely phenomenal game, and I will not take away from what Davante Adams had. He had 13 catches, 172 yards, 1 touchdown that wasn't gifted to you by the referees. But realistically, though, I will give him credit, man. The Raiders played a decent game, and that, like, for the most part. But then we were able to really clamp down. The good thing is we got 4 sacks on Derek Carr. I mean, not Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garbaggio. I'm sorry. I got Derek Carr and Jimmy Garbaggio confused. I'm sorry, but we got the sack on. We got 4 sacks on Jimmy Garbaggio, where they didn't allow a single sack all for the last 2 weeks on a good Buffalo Bills team and a good actually no, not a good Denver Broncos team. We don't talk about 70-20. I don't think any Bronco fan wants to talk about 70-20. But we got 4 sacks. We only allowed 1. So I'm pretty much happy, though. Why were Patrick Peterson and Levi Wallace covering Adams? Well, we need experienced guys on there. And then last year, we don't have the guys we had last year. Last year when we played Davante Adams, we had a little bit better opponents. So this year we didn't have that. So last year when we played Davante Adams, it was a different story. It was a different story, and that was on Christmas. He only had 2 catches for 15 yards last time. But the Steelers last time also did not have Cam Sutton on the team as well. We didn't have Cam Sutton, and we didn't have Arthur Millette, and then we also had a little bit of Minka playing more as well. But realistically, yeah, I agree. Jimmy Garbaggio. Thank you, A-Bomb, for the nickname. It's true. It's a fact now. Jimmy Garbaggio is officially terrible. I did say, though, it was crazy to think about. He had 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions when he last played against the Steelers. And before the refs interfered and put up 11 points, Jimmy Garbaggio was going to keep that same line. Or maybe got another interception. Who knows? But anyways, I will say the fact that the Steelers did a really good job overall. There are some things we need to fix up, though, on some of the play calling. But overall, I'm very happy with the Steelers' performance, especially on defense. We played really well on defense until the late part of the game where the referees decided to call everything. And let me just get into the referees right now. If I were the head of officiating, I would have Terrell Blake's crew officially suspended for a week, and they would not be eligible for the playoffs. Why? These calls were absolutely atrocious. It's actually insane how bad these calls were. First off, the roughing the passer where he leads shoulder contact first onto the quarterback's shoulder, that is not roughing the passer. That was a perfectly timed safety blitz, and yet they completely missed the call. And it was absolutely really bad that they decided to make these calls in the fourth quarter. And then right before the 2-point conversion, you have the Steelers defender. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Dang, I can't remember his name. It wasn't Quan Alexander. It was number 34 for the Steelers. No, it wasn't him. I'm trying to think of. I don't remember who it was specifically, but he had a great coverage on the end zone, Jacoby Myers, and they call him for pass interference. That is absolutely inexcusable to make in the NFL. And they waited. Here's the thing, though. If you guys also pay attention, they waited to make these calls. They waited till the last minute. These were late flags. As an official, and I can speak for this because I'm official myself. I've done high school football. I've done lacrosse. I've done some other big plays. I haven't done anything college-wise yet. That's my goal eventually. But right now, it's a pretty much a cardinal rule as a referee. You should never have late flags. You should never have late flags. Have I done this before? Sure, but I do high school games. I'm not getting paid thousands of dollars per game at like the NFL level. I'm not on national TV. I'm on local news channels. I'm not on national TV. I don't get paid thousands of dollars per game. I don't. So you're not going to expect a guy like me to make those kind of calls. But yet, when you're getting paid this kind of money and making these terrible calls, then that's inexcusable, especially with the late flags. If you watch the timing for these flags, they were absolutely terrible in the fourth quarter. It was completely inexcusable. And if I were the head officiating, I would talk to Shrub Lake. I would talk to his crew, let them know that they would not be working the next game. They would be on a bye. I would consider them, they move their bye week up, is how they usually do with their rotating their byes. I would move their bye up week. And now what the thing is with this game, I would also make sure they would not be eligible for postseason crews because there are a good amount of crews that get postseason games. They would not be eligible for that in that case. That's what I think should happen because when you have late flags like that, it's completely inexcusable and looks horrible on national TV. It looks absolutely horrible. High school, you can get away with it because it's high school. High school football isn't NFL. Like, come on, guys. You got to be kidding me, man. Like, college is understandably, they're not as experienced as NFL referees either, but still, you can't. It's a cardinal rule. You should never have late flags as a referee. You should never have them. Unless it's completely understand where you have to think about it and you really have to throw it late, then no. Or you get a call from something, but never, ever in the NFL is it like that long of a delay. Usually your flags are right away. So, unfortunately, that's what happened. It is what it is. At the end of the day, the Steelers, we got the dub. It's at the end of the day. There's not much else more I can say about that. I will say though, the offensive line did play a good job, but we did have missed some blocks. So we let Max Crosby. He was the only one who got a sack on Kenny Pickett. We need to protect better. I know the Texans next week do not really have a pass rusher next week that really concerns me in the slightest. I think the only one that they have, I don't know. The only one that I really know is like an actual good one is probably, I can't even think of one off the top of my head. I'm looking at their roster right now. They have Will Anderson Jr., but he's still a rookie. Other than that, I really don't see anybody that's really going to scare anyone. Just being honest with you, I get it. They had a good game against the Jaguars, but they did not get a single sack on Trevor Lawrence. The Texans right now, they do not have. They allowed 5 sacks on Stroud. They got 4 on Lamar Jackson, but that's because Lamar ran 90% of the time. But realistically, there isn't anyone on the Texans that's really going to concern me. Will Anderson, okay, is probably maybe one guy I'm a little scared of, but otherwise, I'm not really scared of anybody on the Texans. And then against the Colts, the Texans did not get set. Like, the Colts did not allow a sack once. Meanwhile, their offensive line has allowed 5, 6, and they didn't allow one against the Jaguars. But the Jaguars really have not been that good this year. Let's be honest here. That Chiefs game would worry me, and now the Jaguars look absolutely. They do not look good. They look pretty bad, man. Especially after this week, they've been not being able to get to the pass rush. It's not a good look for Jacksonville. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to go into Houston next week and we're going to get the dub next week. But right now, I'm very happy. I got to celebrate my early birthday with my family because we're going to be having thing. Raider cousin, where were you all of the week? Am I mad? No, I'm not mad. I'm mad at official NFL officiating. I'm not mad. I'm happy. We got the win. We beat the Raiders. We beat the Raiders. Raider Ben owes me a bet. My birthday's coming up. Why would I be mad? I'm just upset about NFL officiating, which I've said time and time again that NFL officiating is absolutely terrible. Other than that, why would I be mad? The Steelers got the dub, man. And I'm also 11-3 in my pick and pull. So why should I be upset? The Steelers did let up a lot of points. We had some bad play calls, but honestly, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Our offense is improving a little bit. Congrats on the Steelers. Thank you. I agree, man. It was a great win. I'm glad we got the win. But hey, I'm happy with the win. Do we have things we can work on? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we got the Texans next week. I am not scared of the Texans, dude. Sure, have we lost in Houston before? Yeah, that was the only time we lost in Houston was in 2000, was the first year, and that was completely by a fluke. Dude, cousin, that was all officiating. Here's the thing. Here's something that I actually gotta say right now. When Chris Collinsworth says that it's a bad call, you know it's a bad call. When Chris Collinsworth, who does not like the Steelers, he is biased towards certain teams. He does not like the Steelers at all. He's a former Bengals player. He does not like the Steelers. Why would he be defending the Steelers tonight? That's what I gotta say. If he's defending the Steelers on saying it's a bad call, you know it's a bad call. Trup Lake and his officiating crew should be embarrassed with themselves. Absolutely a shameful performance by them. But overall, we got the win. Do we have things we can work on? Absolutely. My thing is now, got to improve on what our mistakes. We got the Houston Texans next week. You got to play better. Houston looked good against the Jaguars on the road. But now they're coming home, playing a much better defense. Got to get this win, man. We got to get this win. We got to beat the Texans. It's screams trap game. I don't think we'll be fair by much, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to get the win. And, hey, man, I'm happy. I'm happy, man. We had a good birthday. I get to celebrate my birthday with my family today because I could be working throughout the week. And this was my early birthday present for me. This was my early birthday present, so I cannot complain at all, man. I'm so damn happy. Steelers get the win. I'm very happy about it. Raider Ben, shout out to you. The rest of Raider Nation, shout out to you guys for a great week of trash talking. I wasn't able to participate as much as I wanted to because I've been working, and then I was able to at least be able to be on Black Saturday, unlike real shit. At least I was out on Black Saturday, like the real Steeler fans, and we got to talk about Steeler football and Raider football against each other. But Ben, I expect the crow, and I expect the bet payment up within 24 hours. If something comes up, just let me know. Just message me. But with that being said, guys, I'm pretty happy, man. I'm pretty happy, and I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm in the running for my pick'em pool. I have to check my standings to see where I'm at. I'm hopefully going to win this week. Last week, I lost because I lost the tiebreaker. I had my final score projected at 40 points, total points. The guy who won had more than 48. So he beat me out just by a few points on the tiebreaker. This time, however, I think I got in the bag. Got the Rams, Bengals, and the Eagles, Buccaneers. I think with the games I think I'm ahead, but we'll find out by tomorrow. I'm going to probably research everything. But that being said, guys, the Steelers got the win in Las Vegas, baby. We beat the Raiders first time on the road since 1995, and it feels oh so good. And next year, I'll be there to see it live in person as we beat the Raiders again to be our third time next year. Sig, thank you guys all for tuning in real quick to this quick live stream I'm doing. Raider Ben, rest of the Raider Nation, see you guys next year. Houston Texans fans, be ready for this week. Four Horsemen Pick'ems. I'll be there live on Wednesday at 10. I'll put the stream link on the community post so you guys will be able to see it. But until then, see you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night. Let's go, Steelers. And how about the Raiders? They blew it. You had the refs help you out. But at the end, the good guys always win. I'm out of here, guys.